And they're on very awkward. There's the two break free. Shiprock is heading out for the early lead here. Shiprock goes to the lead, South Texas.
It's just been a busy week.
I've seen a mayor wander into a bunch of our classes and kind of help partake in some of them. That is absolutely awesome. I think Grand Prairie has an awesome mayor. Mr. Jensen.
Thank you. Look, I like that. I think we have an awesome mayor too. You know, we say a lot about Citizens on Patrol, about the force multiplier, and we add up all the hours, the volunteer hours, and how many times they're on the street, and they, you know, people think they're real cops, and it just helps. And it does help. I do not want to take away from that. But I'm here to tell you, it helps in a much greater way, in my opinion, because I think it's a multiplier of morale. It's a morale booster. You tell me, if you're in a city that has a big Citizens on Patrol, that rank and file don't notice that and don't understand it.
You're right.
And know that they have the backing of their community, Al.
You do. That's right.
It's important. Al and I have known each other for 40 years, so calm down, Al. But it is. It's sure, it's a force multiplier, but I tell you, it grows and it lets those rank and file on the streets know that we have community behind them. And then that gets more citizens involved, Chief. It gets more. It rolls. It's contagious. Others see it. What you're doing makes everybody feel good. So I want y'all all to go back to your homes ready to get it going again. Step it up to the next level. All of you next year should have an increase in how many of you are participating. If you're going down, you're going the wrong direction. We need more participation. Because now, more than ever, our men and women in blue need our support. Now, more than ever. So, thank you all for coming. You came to the right place. We've got a great staff. We've got a great chief. We've got his assistants, his deputies, his lieutenants, his sergeants, every one of his men and women that worked under him get community policing. Thank you, Chief, for what you've taught our crew. And thank you all for being here tonight. We'll welcome you back, but give us a few years, okay? I'd like to welcome Chief Dye up here. Chief.
Thank you, Mayor. If I could direct your attention to the monitors, you have 11 minutes to place your wager on race 1. So if you'd like to walk out to the window while I'm speaking, it won't hurt my feelings. Because folks, this building was not built by winners, okay? So we need your money. So thank you, Mayor. I'm just glad that I got to be here tonight to have dinner with you all, because as of a couple of months ago, that was in question, because I was informed, because let's make no mistake about it, my volunteers run the show around here, okay? And I was informed by Joe and others that if I didn't have that Citizen on Patrol Tahoe ready by this conference, I just need not show up. So Mike, thank you for getting that Tahoe ready so I can have a nice dinner with my lovely wife, so I appreciate that. So before I make some more comments, I want to talk about a few people. And first of all, to our incoming and outgoing TCOPA board, thank you all for having the confidence in us to host this conference. And really, thank you for all you do throughout the year to really coordinate our Citizens on Patrol. Let's give them a big hand. And if you are on the conference committee, Grand Prairie Police Department Citizens on Patrol Conference Committee, I would like for all of you to stand up, including Lieutenant Gudgel. Everyone stand up and remain standing. Anybody who is on the committee, please stand up. Okay. Thank you. And then, please remain standing. I want to mention some of the committee members, specifically. Joe Tarrant was over our registration committee. Joe, you did a great job as always. Joe's also the president of our Citizen Police Academy alumni. Thank you, Joe, for everything that you do. Andy Havel, Andy puts in, and so do some of our others. Andy's one of our volunteers who basically works a full-time job, putting in usually over 2,000 volunteer hours a year. So Andy was over the training piece of the conference and the classes. Andy, thank you. Our committee chair for the banquet, and I know Diana, Rosemary, and Bob helped, Ms. Carol Addison. Carol, thank you for all you do. And if you had any homemade food this week, then I can promise you that Mary Wells had something to do with that. Mary Wells was over our hospitality committee, so thank you, Mary. And then Gary, right there taking pictures. Gary, thanks for the photography. And I want to mention our sponsors, Bill Mosier, Grand Bank, Chaplain Balliet, and Lieutenant Gudgel, and Padre, as I call you. Thank you for your leadership in getting this conference put together, and appreciate what you all did. I hope you had a great time at our conference, and I hope it was meaningful. I hope that you all really got something out of it, some ideas that we were able to share together to take back to your home agency. So thank you all on the committee. Appreciate it. Thank you all. So, as you've seen, we don't have just regular elected officials. We have like super elected officials. And I've worked in several cities, and I've never worked in a city where we have elected officials that are, and there's great elected officials all around the state, but our elected officials, there's just not one of them who just doesn't really support staff and doesn't really at the highest degree support our police department. And I don't take that for granted, because that's not always the case. And I just want to recognize them, and I'm going to save the mayor for last because I've got a couple of extra comments about our mayor. Council member, it's all good, Mayor. Council member Georgia Clemson and her husband Dan. Georgia, could you stand up, please? Council member Jeff Copeland, who you'll meet in a minute doing the auction. Jeff, his wife Melanie, thank you all. Council member Jim Swafford and his wife Judy. And Council member Lila Thorne and her friend Karen Edelman. Karen, you're the date tonight. And then finally, you've met our mayor, Mayor Ron Jensen, and his lovely wife Rebecca. And I'll tell you, here's what I want to say about the mayor. What you're seeing this week, this isn't, I mean, I want y'all to feel special, but this is just who he is. This is what he does. He rides out with my officers once a month and buys them lunch. And he's really involved and interested in what we're doing. And I think that, you know, with any organization or any city, it always starts at the top. And when you have the type of elected official leadership and our mayor's leadership, it really is contagious. And it transcends into what you all do. And the mayor's exactly right. When our officers see our elected officials, our mayor, our citizens on patrol, out there with them, engaging with them, it is very uplifting. And I'll tell you, it's particularly uplifting since Ferguson. I've been doing this for 32 years. I'm lucky to have done my professional career what I always dreamed of doing, which is to be a police officer and help protect and serve. But what we're seeing now with our community support, because here's the reality, the good people in Grand Prairie, and I think most of your cities, they just got tired of seeing our officers getting bashed on the nightly news. And I cannot thank them enough, but I think what means even more to me is our volunteers were with us before that. And if you look around at the GPPD Citizens on Patrol, I want you to notice their epaulets. I want you to notice the Operation Blue Shield colors, the yellow, which represents our community, surrounded by blue, which represents law enforcement surrounding and protecting our community. On their own, they asked me if they could wear those epaulets and put them on their uniforms at their cost. That was not even our idea. So GPPD, Citizens on Patrol, thank you all for having that type of heart to serve and to be innovative and progressive. I love you all to death. You're just outstanding. And I want to tell the group, we've got over 200 attendees at this conference from over 30 agencies. And I want to tell the group how much I appreciate you all taking the time out of your schedules to be here. You could be doing a lot of other things, but what you chose to do was spend time supporting and learning how to better support your police departments. So my heartfelt thanks to all of you all for taking time out of your daily lives to show how much you understand the importance of public safety. Because you see, policing is not a police, just a police issue. Crime is not a police problem. Did you all know that? Crime is a community issue. Feeling of safety is a community issue. And what we figured out finally in law enforcement is if we work together with our community, we have much better results. And it's not about community relations, it's about community engagement. So you all get it. So what we need you all to do is go back to your cities and help your friends and neighbors in your cities get it. Because we all have the same values. We also share values with our faith-based community. That's why in our city, our faith-based community is so strong and engaged with our police department, because what are our goals and our values? Everybody wants to have a feeling of safety. Everybody wants to have a good quality of life. That's in your faith, that's in your personal life, and us as a profession, that's what we want for you. So we've learned how to take this to a higher level, and we're still learning. Let's not quit, because if we think we've got it all figured out...
Somebody give me 50, 50, 50. $50 in the back. Now give me 75. 75, now give me $100 bill. 100, 100, 100. Able to buy 100, able to buy 100, 100. Oh, give me 100. So you're going to go play golf anyway. Let me tell you what to do, brother, all right? It's golf for 4. You sell the other 3 for $50 each to your buddies. You're now plus 100.5, and you're playing golf for free. Give me $100. 100, 100, 100. Give me 100.
No.
What is half between 75? So I'm at 75, I'm asking for 100. He goes like this, which in auction terms means half. So now half of 25 is 1250 plus 75 is 8750. Is that where we're at? No, 90. I don't even know what 75, 8750. Boy, that's making me work hard for my money. 8750. Will you give me 89 and 37 cents? He's at 87.50. Give me $89.35. 89.35. 89, 89, 89, 35. Yep. Now give me $92.17. Will you give me 92? 92.17? Don't you say half again. Don't you do it. 92.17. Give me an even $100 bill. 100, 100, 100. Ma'am, it doesn't matter who's bidding on it. All you need to know is he's golfing and you're not. You're home mowing the yard. I promise you, your husband wants you to buy. So instead of being golfing, your husband's mowing the yard mad at you when you could have sent him golf for 4 with all of the friends. Give me a $100 bill. $100, $100 now, give me $125. $125, $100. Golf for 4 cards. We all done? $100 bill 1 time. $100 bill 2 times. 125 in the back, and that ain't your husband bidding, ma'am. Sorry about that. Matter of fact, I was talking to that guy in the buffet line, and he was saying bad things about your husband. He's at 125. Give me 145. 145. Show your husband how much you love him. 145. So you loved your husband up to $100, but at 125, it's just out of the question, right? $100 budget. $125. 1 time. $125. 2 times. Sold it for $125. Thank you, sir. All right, y'all have not had much of a chance to see Lone Star Park, but are you enjoying it so far? Yeah. Beautiful, right?
I just want to thank Joe Tarrant and, I'm sorry, Miss Lila. They helped, actually, they ran everything and asked me to help a little bit, and we had lunch one day, and so it was completely, we had a lot of good entries this year, and the first one that we're going to start with is the car judging. So Grand Prairie had, everyone set their car out this morning, and an independent judge who the agency didn't have any cars in it, and the winner this year goes to Cleveland.
I would love to take credit for that. I honestly had nothing absolutely to do with that car.
You're right, you didn't.
Yes. I'm going to give that to Chief Severance.
It's not carrying any Challenger coins.
And it's not carrying any Challenger coins. Chief Severance here, if you don't know, came to us 3 years ago. three years ago, almost 4 years ago. And if you haven't seen, he has been instrumental. We did not have a COP program. We did not have a community services program. I do want to thank you, Grand Prairie. Sorry it's your loss. Really not that sorry. But really, we appreciate Chief Severance coming out here and Sergeant Cameron here. And you can see the rest of our COPs that attended that are here right now. Doing an amazing job.
Let me just say, first of all, I'm real proud of Brian for what he's doing here with the association. It's great for us to be here. It's great for me to be here among so many friends. And I'm real proud of our volunteers and our officers, Sergeant Cameron, who is working with the program to really make a difference in our community. And glad y'all like our car too. Thank you.
And, 4 years in a row, I mean, I just, I give all the credit to our volunteers. You all are amazing, and what you're seeing is increased productivity from your police officers because of all that you do for us. And Chaplain Balliet, would you come up here as our volunteer coordinator? You did tell me you did it. Lieutenant Gutchell, come on up here. And then all the GPPD COPs afterwards, I'd like to get a group picture over here to my left. So thank you all so much. And while I've got the microphone, you've met Chief Severance. Are there any other chiefs here tonight that are here? I'd like to recognize you if you are. Chief Severance came to us went to Cleveland from Grand Prairie. And Rob, good to see you here. And Assistant Chief Don Trask, if you would stand up, and Assistant Chief Mike Taylor from GPPD. Thank you all for what you do. So thank you all so much. We appreciate it.
Show up, perform well above what's expected in anyone else half her age. Either driving or as an observer, she gives 110% of herself 100% of the time. When not busy at work or patrolling, you can find her cheering for her grandson on at a ball game, attending or supporting her agency's COP program, delivering flowers for the local florist on busy holidays so the employees can spend time with their families and relatives. While on routine patrol, you will find her doing area checks, closed watch patrols, security checks, and many, many more things. Just a fraction of what this volunteer does. Giving 249 hours of her time to patrol, 3,164 miles, documenting over 4,000 activities performed during 54 shifts. Please help me congratulate Sandra Holzclaw from Greensville for the Citizens on Patrol Member of the Year.
Continually amazed at how he's progressed, and he is term limited out, decided not to run, and I think we're all at a loss for it, and it's some shoes I hope to fill. So I'm glad to be here to award Delvin the Lifetime Member Award.
Gary, come on. You knew you had to hear me one more time. I just want to thank everybody. It has been a blast the last 5 years. I kind of started just as a fill-in, as a vacancy, a little bit before our conference in Decatur. And, I didn't really know what I was doing. I asked my chief, I said, hey, you okay with that? And he said, sure. So, he's allowed me to go to a bunch of stuff, spend time. Is that better? No. All right. How's that? Okay. So yeah, I got to thank my chief a lot. He's been great for me to be able to spend time, come, take care of some business here. Most importantly though, luckily tonight my wife is here, so she's had to put up with a bunch of our kids while I've been gone, so I thank her more than anything. I will still be around. Hopefully Proctor and them will ask me to come back at least teach next year, so y'all aren't totally done with me.
fellowship, their leadership. They've shown ethical responsibility, and they're very dedicated to the community within Grand Prairie. And if I can have Gary Brooks and Bob Addison, please come up. We would like to present a plaque to each of these individuals, and let me read what it says. Grand Prairie Citizens on Patrol presents the Legacy Award to Bob Addison, Gary Brooks, for his leadership, membership, and dedication as a legacy of faithfulness for the present and future, June 25th, 2016.